Hey there, welcome back to the site. This video here is for the more experienced raiders. A little intro. Experience is great to have. I love to address this first. Warning, just warning you now, this is going to be a longer video. There's more information here than the one for the new raiders. Why? Because they don't know nothing, and 9 out of 10 times they are not the problem. As experienced players, we know every single solitary problem that can rise and occur in guilds and in raiding that there probably is to know. So there's probably not a situation that somewhere between now and the past that we haven't encountered. All those problems have solutions, and they have preventive maintenance, which can keep things intact and moving forward when it comes to raiding. As a raider, I can't say or claim to be the best. As a tank, I'm not the best by far. One thing that I am sure of is I do know of a system with the Wrath of the Lich King expansion that will work and cause far more progression in a shorter amount of time, to the point that we do not have to be hardcore. This is a concept that I've developed, and I've learned it in a short amount of time. Some guilds may use it, some guilds may not. From what I've seen in my previous experience with the guild situations on raiding, I don't think that very many people use the system and have actually entrusted to put it to work. And that's something that we could talk about later on. I call this structure progression, one 10-man group at a time. What we do is we build as many 10-man raid groups as possible. Why? The reason why, because every raid at every content has a 10 and 25-man version. Progression is only made or achieved through a 25-man raid, not a 10-man. Why? Most raid progression tracking sites only respond to 25-man raids. So I'm going to have to ask you, get rid of your BC mentality ideas of how raiding is supposed to be done and how it can be done. The reason with Kara and Zul'Aman, the only two 10-man versions that BC had to offer, then anything after that was a 25-man, was a lot harder because you didn't have the 10-man version of the 25-man raid. The 25-mans in BC were done cold turkey. You either had to have 25 of the best players in the game, or you had to be the best at what you do, or you don't raid. So what happened was, a lot of people didn't get to raid, and Blizzard knew that. They had people quitting, so they made a 10 and 25-man of every type of content during the Wrath of the Lich King. Guess what the percentage of raiding was going on in BC? It was very low. I don't know the exact number of percentage, but I do know it was low. And why? One reason is because of gear barriers, and two, progression. It cut people off. People quit playing because they were getting left behind, and then what was happening is nobody was willing to go backwards to help somebody else enjoy the game. So people started getting more selfish and more cocky and arrogant, and so that caused a lot of people to quit playing the game and quit enjoying the game. So the reason Flex is going to be successful with the new mentality for raid structure, it will blow your mind. The productivity is going to shoot way up, and how? By making everybody a main in a core 10, and by building a lot of 10-man raid groups. By doing that, we can ensure a stronger possibility of raiding. The chance of success to get to the end of the game will be increased 25 to 50% chances of getting to raid 25 mans and clearing them a lot sooner than a hardcore raiding guild. Two things that are happening in all 10-man raids. The first thing is everybody's that runs a 10-man raid, they're learning the content. The second thing that's happening is they're gearing up from that. If you have 5 to 6 or more raiding groups that consistently raid like that, won't be able to stop the guild from beating the game and progressing all the way to being the #1 rating guild on the server without being hardcore. As far as I know, it's never been done. Can it be done? Why not? With good and mature players, we can do anything we put our minds to. So I say all that to say this. If you're with me, let's progress. If you're with me, let's be the #1 server on the guild, or the #1 guild on the server. Excuse me. And thanks, guys. Let's go ahead and build a really great guild without having to be so hardcore minded about it. And you know, I think you guys get the picture. If you guys got any questions or anything, feel free to ask. I don't have a problem with that. If you guys that may have more experience than I do, you guys will expect some of you guys to be captains and do some raid leading. I haven't got any raid leaders as of yet, but you're going to see the raid structure, what's expected of every single raid group. I expect the same thing out of every raid group. I'm going to explain how the raid group is to be set up and how the raid group is to be built. If you guys have any questions, suggestions, ideas, again, you're more than welcome to share them with me. Again, I look forward to building the best guild with you. I look forward to beating every content that Blizzard comes out with you guys. All right, thank you.